Good afternoon, CFM. This is Coach Matt with our Monday workout. One of my favorite benchmarks today is Barbara. So let's begin today with our warm-up. 3 rounds through a 200-meter jog, and then I want you to get a band to go around the rig and a bar to hang from. Since we're doing pull-ups today, I want to start with some progressive shoulder warm-up. So get some kips in, some scap pull-ups. On the later rounds, you can do some partial pull-ups where you're practicing engaging your lats to initiate that pulling movement down. And then by the third round, you can be set up for pull-ups, and we're doing our conditioning version of the pull-ups. When we do the pull-ups today, whether they're banded or kipping or butterfly or jumping, these are the conditioning versions. So I want them to be light, I want them to be fast, all right? Next, we're going to work on some reverse squats. We are gonna be doing some regular squats today. So again, we're just warming up those antagonist muscles here. So I've got the band around the rig and I'm going from straight legs to knees as high as I can get them. When I'm done with that, I can roll over and get my feet through, I get my heels around the band like so. And then I'm doing band hamstring curls. I messed that up. There we go. Band hamstring curls, right? And then when you finish that, you can let your band go and we're going arms out to the side for some scorpion stretches, okay? And that is our little warm-up sequence. When you finish with those general warm-ups, then go into our specific stuff for pull-up, push-up, sit-up, and squat, okay? So nothing fancy on the movements today, and all of these should be light, quick, high rep variations of the movements. So what I would say is, like, if you can do 5 push-ups in a row and that's it, so it's like a 5 is your 5 rep max or whatever, then I want you to use some assistance to allow you to get through a set of 30 push-ups with like 1 or 2 breaks, at least on the first round, okay? It will get harder as you go through the different rounds, but the goal is that we're finishing these rounds relatively quickly, all right? And then the next one is sit-ups, 40 sit-ups. Ab mat sit-ups is the standard, and if you would like to weight your feet down with a dumbbell, a pair of dumbbells, or a sandbag, that is totally fine. And then the last one is an air squat. So this is just our basic squat, only your body weight, all the way down, stand up, lock it out. All right, standard range of motion applies, and it's 50 squats, all right? So that is the sequence, 20, 30, 40, 50. When you finish, look at the clock, or if you're doing it on your stopwatch, do it. Look at your stopwatch, mark 3 minutes off, and then rest, okay? So that is our interval work for this workout. It is possible to do this almost equal work-rest ratio. So do the round in 3 minutes, rest for 3 minutes, round in 3 minutes, rest for 3 minutes. That's relatively fast. I would say the average should be in the like 4 to 5 minute range per round, depending on how fast you're going, but it can be done quicker. And anytime we have these high rep, lighter movements with those combination of body weight exercises followed by a longer rest, like a 3 minute rest, this is one that can make your tummy get the feels, okay? Especially because we're adding the sit-ups into it. So just be ready for a little bit of a churn as you go through those middle rounds. But it is 5 rounds of that sequence. When you finish the 5th round, whatever the time on the clock says is your finish time, okay? So don't subtract anything out, don't do anything different. It's just when I finish round 5, that's my time, and that's what you should track for your benchmark for today, okay? That's Barbara. Enjoy it, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday.